Margaret Tone Newz. Hello. Well, I really wanted to say, I just wanted to give a shout out about veganism. I'm going to put a couple links down in the linking section, or whatever you call it. At least I know how to do it now, so things are improving around here at Margaret Tone Newz. My special lamps, my crown, I'm so good. Okay, hey. So I know it's a big thing in the news right now with the vegan famous kid who yeah. But I'm going to put that link down below so you can see. Nobody wants to make him wrong or anything, so it's not about that. It's just about kind of clearing up the misconception, because he wasn't actually really even vegan. He was a vegetarian, and then he kind of tried to go vegan for a week. But I love being vegan. As you can see, I am really chunky. Look at all this. Does it look like I'm starving? No. I eat a lot of potatoes, a lot of beans. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm not going to live forever, so I'm good. And I feel so much happier being vegan. I ate meat a lot when I was a kid. I never even heard of vegan until, actually, now that I think of it, I never heard of vegan until I think I was in my 30s. I heard of vegetarian when I was a teenager, but before that, like all through, my first decade of life, and I'm waving this pen around for no reason, whatever. Anyway, I'm a little sad, honestly, that I didn't know that there was a vegan option. Really, when I was a kid, there was no vegan option. We had meat for breakfast. It was meat, eggs, and cheese for breakfast. Meat, most likely cheese for lunch. Dinner was just meat and cheese again. And there was milk. So, yeah, there's my testimony. I'm sad that I didn't know about vegan, because I think I would have lived a lot longer had I known. And it also makes me sad that for some reason, and then I thought, well, maybe the news will give more credence to veganism, because they are basically advertising it, because they're saying, all this stuff that's not exactly true. The kid was not actually a vegan. I forgot his name. He's some famous kid. Will Smith's kid. Oh, gosh, what is his name? I can't remember. Sorry. And I am a movie watcher too, so I'm just not much of a news watcher. Isn't that weird? Because I love my own Margaret Tone Newz. So, anyways, I just wanted to say, before you go believing that fake news about the so-called, gray-skinned vegan, in the link that I'm going to put down below, the guy, he goes on for like 10 minutes and he explains that he was eating one meal a day, which yeah. So anyway, he will explain everything. I don't have to rehash what he's already said. I'm just going to put the link down there. You can click on that and boom, right over there, and he'll tell you everything. And that way, I don't have to work so hard. But I just wanted to call your attention to the fact that, yeah, eating vegan, you have to do it right, obviously. I mean, you could be a vegan by eating nothing but potato chips 24/7. But, vegans don't usually do that. I mean, I don't I don't think anybody has done that. It's like, you know, it's about veg plants is what it is. It's like that's what we were designed to eat. Actually, now that I think of it, I will put another link down there by that doctor guy. Oh my gosh, my memory today. Which, don't blame my vegan diet. I've only been a vegan for a year. Yeah, I was eating all kinds of meat before. And that's so funny because I was craving sardines. Really, that's the one thing that I did miss is sardines and olive oil. Oh, yeah. But at this stage, it kind of grosses me out. I'm like, oh, that sounds horrible. So thanks for watching Margaret Tone Newz. I hope you have enjoyed my crown. It's so fun. I love it. It's handmade by someone at the farmer's market. And so at least I'm making an effort, right? Yeah, I don't have the full makeup, but I'm just too exhausted for that. I don't have that kind of energy. So, another thing in Margaret Tone Newz is that I wanted to say is there's going to be a lot of big storms this year, this winter, so batten down the hatches. I am going to buy myself a little butane, a Coleman butane, I just like, oh my God, I can put that in the link below probably. I don't know, that'll be a real learning curve for me. Anyways, so yeah, God forbid I should skip a meal. I thought if the power goes out, I will be ready with my Coleman one burner stove, right? Oh my gosh. Anyway, thanks for watching Margaret Tone Newz. Expect to have storms based on astrology. I'm not going to give you all the pertinent details, so I just know from astrology. Well, I'll give you the simple details is that the north node of the moon, Rahu, in Vedic astrology, will be in the Ardra Nakshatra, the stormy nakshatra. And Rahu, when it goes into Ardra, which it is now, I've noticed that as soon as it went into Ardra, the temperature started dropping a lot, and now it's really cold. But Ardra is the stormy nakshatra, which is like a piece of the sky. So, you know, like you look up and there's 360 degrees worth of sky up there. So it's like, say if you take that 360 and you flop it down on the table, you got your pie, you slice up it into 6 pieces, right? So say you slice it into 12 pieces, that is your signs, like Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. They are broken up into 12 signs. So which is just like a piece of real estate in the sky. That's where those stars live, in that little section. Well, nakshatras are a smaller section. It's like it's 2.5, it's divided, each sign is divided into 2.5. So it makes it smaller sections, so it gets more specific. So then you can say, oh, it's in Ardra, you're going to have a lot of storms, especially because it's Rahu, which is, Rahu always overdoes everything. He's just like the overachiever. So it's going to be some big storms, some big stuff happening. So make sure that you get ready. Make sure you're exercising every day, eating good food, eating your greens. Yeah. So, anyway, yeah. Oh, and the medical medium is also excellent for giving you tips on how to stay super healthy. And I can tell you, he does not tell you to go on a vegan diet, but he never, ever recommends meat. So I think that's kind of interesting myself, that he's never said, run out and get yourself a big fat slab of steak and eat it right now. He's never said that. In fact, he is always hammering about foods that you should be eating, and they're all plant-based foods. So what does that tell you? Read between the lines, I think, is what he's trying to say, but without saying it out loud. So that's a lot of links. I'm going to have to review this because now I'm going to have to remember all the links that I have to put down there. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of give you a heads up for the winter. A couple weeks, you're going to see the storms are going to be like, woo, wind and rain and stormy times coming up. All right, bye. 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 We're not in a conversation on the phone. What am I thinking? Thank you for watching Margaret Tone Newz. Yeah, I had a really nice nap today because I was super tired. I went on a walk with a friend, and she's a muscle man. Let me just tell you. A muscle man. Yeah, I'll put that down below too. There's six types of bodies. The brainy man, the bony man, the muscle man, the fat man, the alimentive. I'm an alimentive. The alimentive is a performer and who aspires to be a fat man but gets injured in the process because they can't actually handle all that food. That's kind of my issue. Let's see. Brainy, bony, fat, alimentive. I'm sorry. I will put the link down there. It's an awesome book. It is, it's like a 6-hour listen on YouTube, and it's written in the 1920s, something like that, but it tells, the details on that are exquisite. It really helps you to understand people. So I loved that book because it helped me understand myself. You know, it's like, oh, I'm not a muscle man. I was at the, anyway, whatever. I'm going to put the link down there so you can get that. It would be amazing to me if anyone actually followed a link, but whatever. I'm putting my stuff out there. I don't know how much longer I'm going to live. Honestly, that's the truth of it. You know, my body isn't that healthy. And that's why I don't strive for perfection. You know, I don't be like, oh gosh, you know, I've gotten all this stuff gone. Now I got to get the lipstick. I'm like, dude, forget it. I'm tired. I've already put the crown on. I put this drape thing on, turned on the lights. I'm like, okay, that's it. You know, finger. I'm still doing the finger after a year of Margaret Tone Newz. Oh my gosh. I can't believe this. Anyway, I really thank you for watching Margaret Tone Newz. I appreciate it, and I'm thrilled that you're watching my channel. And I know I'm not like pretty like some of the YouTubers are like, holy crap, of course you're going to watch that show. You know, she's a beauty queen. Well, you're not going to watch mine because I'm a beauty queen. Woo, that was funny. So anyways, thank you. That's my point. You know, I can still talk. I'm still alive. That's right. I'm alive. Miraculously. And I have things that I like to share with people. And things that I wish that I would have known. I really wish somebody would have, you know, I didn't even know that vegan existed, I'm telling you, until I was in my 30s. I'd never heard of it. I was like, nope. And yeah, I knew there was the guys over there, you know, at that enzyme shop. They were like drinking smoothies, but I didn't have a name for it. There was nothing. There was no YouTube. It was like, you know, you'd see the guy standing out on the corner because he was all orange. And I'm like, Mom, what's wrong with that guy? And she's like, oh, he just drank too much carrot juice. I was like, oh my God, you know. But I don't think, I only thought of him as a vegetarian. I didn't even know there was such a thing as a vegan. Now that, yeah, as far as I remember, I'm so tired right now. Yeah, I guess you must have to watch all my videos to know. Because now at this point, I'm like, did I really? No, I don't think I did. I don't think I knew that from like way back when I was a kid. Yeah, I mean, it was just like, we just expected there to be, you know, hamburger, fish, pig meat, what do you call it? Pork, bacon. I mean, we had every single thing. And I thought, God, I wonder if I wouldn't have gotten so sick, you know, because I got so ill, really sick. I remember when I had a sore throat one time, it was an unforgettable experience. I mean, it was horrendous. And I don't know how old I was, like maybe 8. And yeah, I have no idea how old. I think I was about 8. But the pain was so bad, it was just beyond anything. And I thought, well, no wonder. I was so toxic, I'm like drinking milk, chocolate milk, sugary cereals, we ate candy bars for breakfast. They they called them breakfast bars. I was like, who do you think you're fooling? I remember I was a kid and I was mad because I was like, why do we have to have candy bars for breakfast? And yeah, my mom went to work and it was like, here, you guys are going to have these breakfast bars for breakfast. I was like, oh my God, what happened to breakfast? But the actual real breakfast wasn't any healthier. I just didn't know it. It was just eggs and. And then as I got older, I'm looking at the clock ticking. I'm like, I don't care if this goes on and on. Anyway, so then as I got older, I think I was like in my 40s, and then I noticed, when I ate eggs, I would swell up. I was like, what the heck? It's 70 calories. But, I guess calories has nothing to do with anything at all. I mean, 0. So, and then my friend Rose told me she was into the medical medium, Anthony William, and she was reading his book, and she was helping her husband who had cancer. And I asked her, I said, hey, can you just tell me one thing? So she said, okay, yeah. So I said, just tell me anything. I said, I don't have money to buy that book right now. She said, okay. She said, well, he says don't eat eggs because they cause cysts or lumps in the body. I said, oh, well, that's good to know. I thought, God, it would have been nice if my parents would have known this. They don't know. So they're sitting there, hey, Margaret, you want some breakfast? I have some eggs and cheese. Oh, yeah. Butter. Wheat toast with genetically modified wheat. Oh, my gosh. So basically, I was just eating a totally toxic diet. And then when I got sick, it was just like royally disastrous. And yeah. So that's why I make these videos, because I'm like, yeah, I know everybody knows about vegan now. And then there's people that still think, that eating meat is great for you. And they're like hammering that home. And I'm like, please, God, help me tell these people this is not true. I watched my dad eat the Atkins diet. That's pretty much the same as keto with a few little details changed. Tiny details. But he ate so much meat. Oh my gosh. It was unbearable. Oh, I almost forgot the coolest thing happened regarding that is that I got an email that said, pre-order your Joyful Vegan book. And it was saying, like 80% of people that go vegan go off the vegan diet, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, I'm writing this book because I want to help people stay on the vegan diet and enjoy their lives and blah, blah, blah. And I said, okay. So I head over to Amazon and they are releasing the book on my dad's birthday. I was like, oh my gosh, isn't that sweet? I think it's just a sign from Dad. And one thing I noticed about Dad is that after he passed, he is so good at sending signs. It is crazy how good he is at sending a sign. It's like, oh my gosh, it's just too creepy because he ruined his health with all that mediate. I mean, ruined it. He was eating meat for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. It was just like he would sit down at lunch and eat an entire chicken for lunch. So I think it's no coincidence that Dad is like, hey, woo, don't do what I did. I ruined my health completely with all that meat. So it's like, yeah, Joyful Vegan is on Dad's birthday. It's being released on Dad's birthday, November 12th on Amazon. I thought, oh my gosh, isn't that amazing? I thought that was so cool. I thought, yeah, Dad's sending a message. That's really cool. So I think I'm going to close with that and go eat my vegan dinner. It's going to be so yummy. Thank you for watching Margaret Tone Newz so much. And you, the one person who actually got to the end. Because I found out that even my mom was not watching the whole movie, like my whole show. She'd be like, yeah, I'm watching your Margaret Tone Newz. I am. I'm sure doing it. And I'm like, huh. You can actually check on that to see how far people are getting. And like hardly anyone gets to the end. But you know what? I thought, hey, Margaret Tone Newz is going to be into perpetuity long after I am dead. Oh, that's one more thing I had to share. Oh my gosh, I found the coolest way to die. Oh yeah, well, not to die, but actually after I'm already dead, and then I get my ashes, and then I get to be a tree. Yeah, my ashes get sent off to California, and then they mix them with the dirt, and then the dirt like becomes the tree, and then I become a tree in California. Oh my gosh, I was like, yes, that's what I want. I don't want to be in a graveyard. I don't want to be sprinkled out randomly in some ocean. No way, man. I need structure. So yes, I'm thrilled. That was a long time. I am so cooked. Thank you for watching Margaret Tone Newz.